All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Did you have a good weekend? I guess technically it's Tuesday, isn't it? I'm not used to taking off Mondays, but yeah, I guess it is technically Tuesday. So hopefully everybody had a good weekend and a good Monday. We have got a pair of breaks tonight. And yeah, so what I'm going to do here is go over a little information before we get started ripping so that we're all on the same page. So first up there, feedback. Mine is automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. And of course, far more importantly, is a big thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company on this Tuesday night. We are now taking a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night we're going to break Contenders Football by the full case. Veteran Base does not ship in that break, so just, be aware of that. On Thursday night, we're going to open a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys. That might be the last of those that I have. I wouldn't swear to that, but it might be. And we'll open another master case of Revolution basketball on Thursday night. Friday night's going to be crazy busy. I had planned for it to be all memorabilia, and then I found out late this afternoon that Leaf Metal Draft Baseball, the release date got moved up by a week. When does that ever happen with Leaf, right? They're usually late. But it was supposed to be the 31st, and now it's going to be the 24th. So, in addition to all of our memorabilia, which is autographed baseball bats, mini football helmets, some autographed baseball, some multi-sport jerseys. There's also a box of 2016 black gold football in there. We're going to add to it a 12-box case of Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. So Friday night, it's a lot of stuff. It won't take us a long time to break it, but there are a lot of things scheduled. Both Saturday and Sunday will be off nights. We're going to come back on Monday night with a half case of Bowman's Best Baseball. Those are loose boxes. They were just extra in an allocation, so we're going to go ahead and break those. And then we're going to open a 20-box case of Optic Football, the Collector's Box, which has some different variations on autographs and things. Be sure and check out the listing description. We'll tell you all about it. And it's a big case. It's a 20-box case, so yeah. But it does have one autograph per box. I think some memorabilia and other stuff too. But again, if you check out the listing description all the way down there at the bottom, I copied and pasted the manufacturer's listing for that. On Tuesday night, we will open a Leaf 2020 autograph baseball jersey. We'll open an inner case of Revolution basketball and probably another case of Leaf Metal Draft baseball. But I didn't have time to list it tonight, so that's why it says TBD in there. Here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. So first up will be our autographed baseballs. If you are lucky enough to hit one of those, it's going to ship out the door and be on the way to you no later than Tuesday the 28th, which is 1 week from today. Free shipping stuff is pretty much always projected to go out within 7 days of the time the listing ends. It often goes sooner. Sometimes it goes much sooner, but it should not go any later than that. If you do not hit in the autographed baseball break, your team is not one of the teams pulled, your consolation card or cards would typically be held to ship with your next package simply because it is a free shipping break. If you want it sent sooner, you need only to send me a message on eBay asking for that, and I'll take care of it for you. Our second break tonight will be a 16-box master case of Revolution basketball. That should be out the door and on the way no later than Friday. Probably sooner, definitely not later. And we don't have to worry about consolation cards in that one. Everybody's going to pull cards in Revolution. So first up is our 3-box break of 2019 TriStar Game Changers autographed baseballs. This is break number 1. Everything that we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 21st of January. You'll see 2 teams in here got no bids. That's the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. So since they did not find a forever home, if anything comes out for either of those teams, it would simply stay here with me. Otherwise, it will go out the door to one of you. New spreadsheet will go up prior to Revolution showing that break. So if you're in it, don't wander too far off. We'll be with you in just a moment. Last piece of business, we are going to notice, or you are going to notice that your background got a little blurry. And that was intentional. I like to look at things up nice and close and not have a bunch of pesky zooming in and out and all that. So our baseballs, let's talk about this a minute. Here's what's going to happen. If one of these autographed baseballs happens to have a team name printed on it or written on it as part of the signatures, you know, like Go Braves or something, then it would go to the team whose logo was printed on it or whose name was written on it. If that is not present, then active players are going to go to their current teams, and retired players would go to the team they played for the longest. Okay, so we all clear on that? And some of these I may have to, probably most, maybe all, I may have to look up after the break. We'll just run over there and check them out real quickly to make sure I'm telling you the right team on these. Some of them we may know if somebody only played for one team, but others may need to be confirmed, so we'll take care of that afterwards. Okay, so this is some kind of, what does it tell us? This card is for identification purposes only, etc. It's all bent up. And it is, oh, it's Sparky Lyle. And Sparky here has signed there on the back. I'm not going to take it out of this little plastic bag. He's got some kind of inscription on there. I don't hardly know what that says, but there is some little inscription. And that also makes me think maybe I need to tweak that focus a slight bit more, although partially that may be just because it was in the bag that we didn't see it as well. Maybe I will take it out of the bag because I feel like it didn't show up all that well. Is that better? That's better. All right, so Sparky Lyle is our first out. And let's take a look at number 2 here. I like that they come in these little gold sort of bags. It's very fancy, isn't it? It feels very special. Ron Hansen is our next out. And Ron, yeah, now see that bag's not as wrinkled up. We can see that better. Ron Hansen signed a 1960 American League Rookie of the Year. We've got our authentication sticker on there. Did we see authentication for Sparky? Yeah, I better double check that. Is it on there? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. It's a TriStar hologram authentication in both cases. Alrighty. Next up, we have got Doug Drabek. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And there is his signature with some kind of inscription on it as well, and a TriStar hologram authentication. So it has an inscription, but again, it is not a team name. So as I mentioned at the start, like if it had been signed, you know, Go Dodgers, Go Reds, Go Braves, whatever, or if it had had a logo on there for a Major League Baseball team, then of course it would go to that team. Otherwise, they go to current teams for current players, teams they played for the longest for retired players, which all of these guys are retired players. So give me a second here. I can't see your chat for a moment. I'm going to start looking these up really quickly just to verify, make sure I'm calling them right for the teams that they have played for the longest. I want to say Sparky might be a Yankee, but he played for a lot of teams. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years for Boston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Yankees. And then a couple for the Rangers, the Phillies, the White Sox, etc. So definitely length of service-wise, Sparky Lyle is the Yankees, the New York Yankees. All right, so we're going to consider that one recapped here now that we have it all handily verified. And I'm just going to write on top of this box here, Yankees, so that I don't have to look this up again later. We'll get that taken care of. All right, our next up here, we're looking up, or I'm looking up, Ron Hansen coming up next. All right, Ron Hansen is not coming up. Why aren't you coming up, Ron Hansen? Come on, buddy. There we go. All right, Ron Hansen was, let's see, how many years with the White Sox? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 5 with the Orioles, 2 with the Yankees, 1 Royals, 1 Washington. So White Sox is our length of service going here for Ron Hansen. All right, let's get him in there. Ron is the Chicago White Sox. And that leaves me one more to verify, which is Doug Drabeck or Drabeck or however you say it. I really don't know how you say that. I don't actually even remember this guy. Well, I wouldn't remember him. He's before my time, but like I don't remember what possibility his teams are. All right, so he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with the Pirates. Looks like 4 with the Astros, 1 Yankee, 1 White Sox, 1 Orioles. So definitely longest period of time for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So that's Doug Drabeck, whatever. They're headed to the Pirates. All righty. So there you go. It is White Sox, Pirates, and Yankees for our 3 baseballs tonight. Okay, we are headed into some Revolution basketball. Let's take a look at our info. So you probably saw this a minute ago, right? So I don't need to read all this out to you again. If you jumped in after I read all this out a minute ago, please take a moment, review the information that you see there on the screen. Hit me up if you have any questions. This is a 16-box master case break of 2019-20 Revolution basketball. Also ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 21st of January. You have team names on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. A 16-box master case is made up of 2 8-box inner cases. I know, right? Kind of stupid, but basically they take 2 8-box cases and they put them in a larger box and they call that a master case. So there you go. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to plow through our first 8-box inner case. Then we'll open up our second 8-box inner case so that I don't have to have all 16 sitting on the table at once. Oh man, it's always such a struggle to get these out of here too. Come on. Sorry, hang on. Yep, these little 8-box cases, they're wedged in this bigger box. It takes a little effort sometimes. Tonight would be one of those times. All right, finally. Let's get the other one out. I'll just leave it sitting down here next to me. And where's my knife? Let's get cracking. Michael, how are you, man? I have not seen you in a long time. How have you been? How's life been treating you? Well, I hope. I gotta try. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be easier than trying to dig all those out of there. We're gonna do it just like that. Yeah, how about that? I like that plan better than trying to dig through all of that, because it was not going to work for me. You know, maybe I could fit all, do you think I could, maybe I could fit all 16 on the table. We haven't been, but I might be able to. My brace keeps popping off. What is wrong with my brace? It's still on a holiday, right? Nah, I do think it would make us crowded if we put them all 16, so all right. We will continue onward with 8 and 8 like we've done in the past. So out of this first little 8, out of this first box, out of our first 8-box inner, I'll get it out in a minute, I will go a little bit slower so that we can talk about the various patterns and things that are in here. Then in our subsequent boxes, we're going to go faster. Now, there are several patterns in here that are unnumbered. There are also several that are numbered. So for the lower numbered stuff, we're always going to flip it over. For the unnumbered patterns, we really won't. Like we might through this first box, but we won't in all the boxes if they're unnumbered. Somewhere along the way, we hope that we will find a case hit, which is a galactic card. Those are unnumbered, but they do typically fall one per master case. So it might be in this 8-box inner, it might be in the other one. Every once in a while, you don't find one at all, but fortunately, that is rare. Autographs are not guaranteed in Revolution Basketball. They do typically fall roughly 4 per 8-box inner case. But truthfully, it could be less and it could be more because they are not in any way guaranteed by Panini in this product. Just my experience has been that generally we're going to find about 4. All right. Robbie's here. You need some Zion. Let's do it. I know my Cats did beat Georgia. I saw the score go across a minute ago. I was, of course, working on the spreadsheet and stuff, so I didn't entirely get to watch it, but I listened to it up until about 5 minutes till break time, and then I had to turn it off, but I saw the score go by, so I was happy about that. So this is a Rookie Revolution insert, and we're going to find lots of these. Generally speaking, they are not going to be numbered. If that varies, I will let you know. But because they are not typically numbered, we're just going to kind of, keep on trucking with it. This is Fractal. Now, Fractal is a really cool looking parallel, but guess what? Those are also not numbered. So we'll flip them in this first box just so you can see what I'm saying is accurate, that they are not numbered. But then in subsequent boxes, we won't flip them. Shockwave, tons of these inserts will come out. They are also unnumbered. This little bad boy right here is called Astro. We'll find loads of them. Also, you got it, unnumbered. That's, of course, just our base pattern. Our base pattern is never numbered. And we do have an autograph right out of our first box. I like it when that happens. Get us off to a good start. Carson Edwards is our first autograph. That is for the Celtics, and it is hard signed. That's the beauty of Revolution. One of the many things to like about it is our autographs are normally hard signed. Omega DeGreek is here. Hi, Omega DeGreek. Vortex is another unnumbered insert that we will find with some degree of frequency throughout. And, oh, this will be numbered. This is Sunburst. And whenever you see Sunburst, we can expect it to be numbered to 75. Mr. Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat. Groove, another pattern like Astro and Fractal that we will see often, but it is an unnumbered pattern. Fractal again, just because we're in the first box, I'm continuing to flip. Astro again in subsequent boxes, we won't be flipping those since we've established they are not numbered. So a die cut liftoff. Now we're going to find probably a bunch of these die cut liftoffs, but this first one's going to make someone happy because it's your man Zion Williamson for the Pelicans. And it is an unnumbered insert, but I think they're kind of cool. I like our little die cuts. Of course, Zion is making his debut tomorrow night. That'll be Groove and unnumbered. So I can't wait to see what it does to his card value, right? Because, listen, he's been off for a long time, so I don't think we can expect him to come out full tilt boogie, as they say, and just be ready to set the world on fire. But if he were to do that, then his prices are going to skyrocket even more. And then if he comes out and just looks kind of meh, then his prices will probably stall a little bit, but would I imagine rebound in a few weeks when he gets back into the groove. But I bet you that debut impacts his prices one way or the other. So that's going to be the interesting part. Michael, you've got the Pacers in here. I know, I like Revolution too. It's a fun little product. Joey's got Oklahoma City. All right, the Thunder. Robbie, you grew up in Lexington. Awesome. I am definitely a Kentucky Wildcats and Cincinnati Reds fan. And you can throw in the Pittsburgh Steelers for the NFL. In the NBA, I don't really have a favorite team because I root for all of my former Wildcats players. I root for all of them to do well on their various teams. So I don't particularly have a favorite NBA team. But yeah, you're right on it with the Cats and the Reds. And of course, my beloved Steelers. Omega Degree looking for some Luka. I love you, man, Luka Doncic, and I would hope that we could find him for you. I would like that. All right, so this will be numbered. This pattern is called Impact, and each time we see that, it's going to be numbered to 149. Brandon Ingram is on the front of that one for the Pelicans. I should bring that back for a minute because, yeah, if you're just glancing at this and you see that Lakers uniform and you have the Lakers, you're going, wait, that's my card. Sadly, it is not. We're looking at the Pelicans logo on the front and the back, and somewhere on here, there we are, in little bitty tiny letters, it gives you the date that the player was traded to the other team. So we cannot go by uniforms in this product. You have to go by the team that's listed on the card. So that's Astro for the Nuggets. It's another Rookie Revolution insert. Vortex, Astro for the Kings. Astro Wizards. And a Supernova. This might be the first time we've seen one of those tonight. We will see plenty of them. They are also unnumbered inserts. Groove for the Thunder. There's a Fractal coming out for the Bulls. I noticed John Wall's been practicing with the team a little bit too. So maybe John is about ready to come back into action. Had so many injured guys, it seems like, lately. Robbie, you said Ja Morant's prices have skyrocketed the last week. Yeah, because the kid's been playing absolutely. I know I just cut that. The kid has been playing absolutely out of his mind. So I am not surprised that his prices have reflected that. I mean, that's usually what happens with rookies, as you know, in basketball and football, especially to a lesser degree in baseball, but maybe that's just because it's a long season. But in basketball and football, yeah, I mean, you get a kid that's already hot and they heat up even more, their prices just reflect it almost immediately. On the other hand, if they have a couple of stinkers, their prices will dip, which is why I'm kind of wondering how Zion's debut will impact his pricing. Because truthfully, you figure it's going to take the guy, I would say, at least 2 to 3 weeks to be in what I would call game shape. So, I mean, sure, he's been working out and rehabbing and all that, but you can't really simulate that running up and down the court and being ready to go. You just have to get there by playing the games. And, of course, they're going to limit his minutes, too, I'm sure. Absolutely sure that they're going to limit his minutes. Oh, Robbie, I have no idea what base went through here. I don't pay a bit of attention to the base, like not even remotely. It does all ship in here, though, so whatever comes out, you're going to get. But I don't even remotely pay attention to who's on the base, because we would be here a really long time if I did that. So there's a vortex that is also fractal. So even though it is a fractal vortex, because fractal is not numbered, you got it. That's not numbered either. And that was the Suns. Blazers with, what was that? Groove. Astro for the Suns. There's another Groove. This will be numbered. This is our Sunburst once again coming out for the Spurs. It's numbered to 75 with DeMar DeRozan. And what else have we got? Supernova, Astro for the Suns, little Hawks Shockwave, and some Astro for the Milwaukee Bucks. Jesse, you said he's already dropping $35,000 cards for Zion. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I know. Just imagine, though, if he comes out tomorrow night looking like a beast after having been off all that time. I mean, it would just be ridiculous. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with my last case of Prism basketball. Someone offered me $6,500 for it. I'm really tempted to take it, but then yet I think, you know, because I was kind of setting it aside, thinking I wanted to wait until the end of the season to do anything with it, or close to the end of the season. But now I'm thinking, if he really comes out there and, like, blazes a trail tomorrow night, you know what? Like, how much more might that case be worth on Thursday than it's worth today? You know? So, I don't know. It's been hard enough for me to hold some of this stuff back, but every once in a while I do that if I think that there's a chance that something might really skyrocket, you know? I don't do it often, but occasionally. So cubic, this is our first cubic that we've seen. These are numbered to 50. And the first one we have tonight is Dylan Windler for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You'll see the numbering up there at the top. It was numbered to 50. There's Groove and a Fractal, a Supernova, an Astro, and we're coming up on another autograph. It is the Grizzlies, but boy, it's not the one you want, is it? I know. You want Ja. But we have a Brandon Clark autograph for the Memphis Grizzlies. That is our second one that we have seen out of this 8-box inner tonight. Astro, Shockwave. Was that Zion? Somebody was asking about. I don't pay attention usually to who's on the cards, but there's a Zion Shockwave for you. I mean, I do when I sort them, but not when we're doing this part. Astro. And here I usually only care about what's numbered or signed. There's a Romeo Langford for the Boston Celtics, numbered to 149. That is Impact. Jesse, you said Prism 1 of 5 black was $28,000 the last time you checked. And the Prism 1 of 1 is unable to be valued at this time. Yeah, no doubt. Has it even been pulled? I haven't heard anything about it being pulled. Maybe it has been, but I haven't heard about it. Now, we pulled some nice Zion early in the season. Well, actually, we pulled Zion out of Revolution already, too. But out of, like, Prism draft picks and some of that kind of stuff, some of that early season stuff, we pulled some nice low-numbered things. The Zion we pulled out of Revolution was out of the first master case, but I think it was just an open edition. Typically, these autographs are not numbered in this product, but still, they're very desirable because they're not in huge quantities, and also because they're hard signed. So if you pull one in Revolution, they're usually worth a little money. And that's what we do this for, right? We're trying to make you all some money, hopefully. Astro for the Lakers. That's Groove for the Grizzlies. I think that was Jaren Jackson. Cubic, Hornets, number 250. You have Miles Bridges on the front. Looks like we've got another autograph approaching here. It's Astro. This autograph is for the Bulls. And you've got Horace Grant. Well, how about that? I was not expecting to find that one. So, Horace Grant for the Chicago Bulls. We have another lift-off die cut, and it is also Zion. So you now have both of our die cuts that we found so far tonight have been Zion. So a pair of those, a bookend if you will. More Rookie Revolution, Astro, Vortex. Are we getting a bonus autograph out of this one? Why is this facing the other way? We're about to find out. There's Fractal, which is unnumbered for the Magic. Why is Roof? No, he's not. He's just, it's a Rue Hachimura Fractal, which of course isn't numbered, but it is not autographed. But it was facing the other way, so for a minute I kind of thought we were going to get lucky, and then, oh, boo, they fooled us. Robbie, you saw 1/1 Zion Origins 3-color jumbo patch 2 nights ago, and it was outbid by $1. Oh, what did it end up going for, Robbie? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that Horace Grant, that was some old school. You're not kidding. That was a little throwback in there. I mean, that happens in this product. We pulled a Larry Bird out of here maybe the same night we pulled Zion. Might have been that same case where we hit Larry Bird. But, yeah, you can definitely find some good veteran ink mixed in with our rookies in this product. For sure. Yeah, but I cannot wait to see. They flexed the game into so that it'll be televised. They flexed it into prime time. Of course, they had already scheduled prior to the start of the year, knowing that Zion was going to be hurt. Tons of Pelicans games being live, and then obviously he wasn't in any of them. But I think it is pretty cool that they've got it flexed to go prime time tomorrow night, so that's nice. Oh, the spot was for it was in a break. It was in an Origins break. Okay, so the spot was 463, but the card's valued at 6K. Oh, man. Oh, that is harsh. I feel bad for you on that one. Cosmic. That's numbered to 100. It is Admiral Schofield for the Wizards. There's a little groove action for the Magic. There was another Vortex, loads those. Astro for the Warriors, Fractal Warriors. A die cut. And finally somebody different on this one. That's Spida, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz on our third die cut of the night. Some cases it seems like we find more of those than we do in others for whatever reason. 76ers Astro. And that's Pelicans Astro. Groove. And an autograph. Oh, it's DeAndre Hunter for the Atlanta Hawks. So Atlanta taking home a little ink. I wonder if Markelle Fultz is going to see any rebound in his autograph prices. You know, he's actually playing pretty well down there in Orlando these days. But, I mean, he just tanks so badly in the beginning, and then he got hurt. I don't really remember the last time a draft pick that high, as in overall #1, played as poorly as he did to start his career. But now that he's doing a bit better, I wonder what his autograph prices look like. I'll look that up. Oh, you had Washington in the case where we had the Zion Larry Bird. Yeah. That was a very good case, that first one. Hopefully we can duplicate our success tonight and hit some more very good stuff in here. That's the plan anyway. That's the goal. All right. Vortex. There's an Astro for the Sixers. Groove for the Heat. Groove for the Warriors. Bucks with an insert. A Supernova for the Clippers. Fractal Pelicans. That was Drew Holiday, I think, on that one. A Rookie Revolution. There's another Rookie Revolution Zion. Kings Impact 149. You have a De'Aaron Fox. Groove for the Wizards. Astro for the Pistons. All right, this is box number 8 of 16. So after we open this one, I'll be cracking into our other 8-box inner case to complete the break. We've got, I guess not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, unless they change it, which we won't know until Friday, but provided they do not change it, we'll have Crown Royal basketball coming out next Wednesday, along with 2 or 3 other things, but I can't remember what they are. Might be limited football, might be next Wednesday too. I wouldn't absolutely swear to that though. And Topps is supposed to be releasing Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition. Although I have to tell you, it seems odd to me that they're releasing that prior to the release of 2020 Series 1. I mean, that's usually the first thing that comes out in a new collecting year from Topps. So I don't know. They've already moved that one twice, so I wouldn't be entirely surprised to see them move it again. Although why they wouldn't just move it the first time to be behind 2020 Series 1 if that was their intent, I don't know. So maybe it really will show up. Who knows? Groove and the Cavaliers. Groove and the Hornets. Sunburst on the horizon. Anthony Davis for the Lakers. That's another one where you have to ignore the uniform that the guy's in. Pay attention to the team on the card. It is numbered to 75 with the sunburst pattern. Astro Pelicans, another one, same deal. Ignore the uniform because they didn't get them updated. And this seems familiar, doesn't it? It's a Liftoff Donovan Mitchell die cut for the Jazz. So we had 2 that were Zion and 2 that were Donovan Mitchell in this first 8 box. Fractal for the Jazz, and that is Astro for the Cavaliers and Astro for OKC. So did we end up with 4 autographs in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we did. Okay. All right, let's dump our other 8 box out. We got one more little bad boy to extract here. I think I'm just going to kind of do the same thing I did the last time because that's more efficient than trying to dig them out of there, honestly. All right, we are halfway there, kids. 8 down, 8 to go. And our fun little revolution break tonight. Well, I was trying to face them all so that I could get to the part where you open it, but I seem to be remedial, and I can't find. I can't find the side where you open it. Ay, ay, ay. See what happens when I take a couple days off? I know. I come back, have no idea what I'm doing. Can't even find the front of the box. But January is about the only time of year where you can take off like 2 days in a row and still kind of keep somewhat caught up with the flow of new releases. So I decided to take full advantage of that this year. Get a little jump start on the old taxes. I still have a bunch of stuff to do to get that ready, though. I thought I would get more done than I did, but I watched too much football on Sunday. Like, as in all of it. I know, right? I should have been working while watching, but I wasn't. I was just watching. Yeah. So Chiefs and 49ers, though. What do you do if you're Joe Montana? Who do you root for? Maybe he's going to pull a Rob Lowe and just wear a hat that says NFL. Did you all see that at the game? They cut to Rob Lowe in the stands, you know, the actor. And the guy's wearing a hat that just says NFL on it. I mean, it was like he's cheering for the referees or something. It was so bizarre. Like, man, pick a team, guy. If you're not sure, wear the Chiefs hat for the first half and the 49ers for the second half or something. Just not NFL. For the Warriors, that is numbered to 100. That is our cosmic parallel. So, yeah, of course, Joe Montana, you know, obviously played much longer for the 49ers than he did the Chiefs. So you figure he probably at least secretly wants it to be the 49ers, but he probably can't admit that. Brandon Clark die cut for the Memphis Grizzlies. But somebody said he should do the coin toss. I think he should too, really. It's like the Joe Montana Super Bowl or something. But I like both teams. Another rookie revolution, that's Zion. That was more groove. I just am looking forward to watching the game. As you all know, many of you that break with me often, you know I love to watch Pat Mahomes play, period. Groove for the Lakers. And the Pacers with an Astro. So really, I'm okay with whichever one of them wins as long as it's a good game in the end. That's the main thing I'm interested in. And I think it will be. I think it's a pretty good matchup. So it should be a lot of fun. Oh man, Siri somehow thought I was talking to her. Daggone it. Daggone you, Siri. And then she starts popping stuff up on the screen. She's been doing that lately. I don't know what her problem is. But then when I said her name just now, as in when I said blank thought I was saying her name, she doesn't come on. So what's that about? So you say her name and she just ignores you. And then you don't say her name and she thinks you're talking to her. I have friends like that. No, not really. I don't ignore my friends. I try not to anyway. All right. Here we go. That's groove. That is a Shockwave Fractal, but it still won't be numbered because Fractal isn't numbered on anything, insert or otherwise. Astro. A Supernova. Another Shockwave. Did you guys see LeBron James' son, Bronny, was playing the other day? And some kid, not an adult, thank God, but a kid from up in the stands threw trash at the guy in the middle of the game at LeBron's son. That was a groove for the Spurs. There's groove Warriors. Here is a Sunburst for the Rockets. Clint Capella. And, of course, Sunburst numbered to 75. Astro for the Sixers. We've got an autograph. And it is the Pelicans for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So I know you wanted Zion, but we also know he's a redemption in here. So even though for a minute I saw the Pelicans logo, I got like excited and then remembered, oh shoot, he's a redemption in here. So I knew it couldn't be him. But I think that's just crazy. I mean, even though it was another kid doing it, which is far better than if it had been an adult doing it, I mean, why are you throwing trash at the kid? Just because his dad is LeBron James or what? That's just so wrong. But it seems our sports have gotten very, what's the word I'm looking for, interactive in the last few years. There have been lots of incidents of fans throwing things at players and using really inappropriate language towards them, and all kinds of very aggressive things coming from fans at sporting events in recent years, last year or two in particular. It's kind of odd. I guess maybe it's just reflective of the way we are right now in general as a society. Maybe we've gotten a little mean or something. I don't know. It's the Pacers' impact to 149 Miles Turner. I mean, it's one thing to like boo somebody or whatever, Astro and the Heat, but it's quite another to be Lakers, Astro, to be yelling wildly inappropriate insults, Astro, Groove, and or throwing things at them. Oklahoma City Thunder. Somebody was looking for OKC tonight. We have Darius Baisley Inc. for you for your Oklahoma City Thunder. The Lakers, a die cut, LeBron James. Speak of the devil, lift off. And what else? We haven't seen our case hit yet, have we? No, we haven't. Groove and Groove. Alrighty. Joey, that's your Oklahoma City Thunder. That's right, my friend. We got one for you. Of course, I'm always interested to see who's on the Galactic. I would imagine that a Zion Galactic would be going for quite a sum of money, as would a Jaw, I would imagine. Really, any of the Galactics bring decent money. But you get one of the hot rookie players, and it goes to a whole other level. I tell you what, these wrappers do not want to open the easiest. It's like, come on, man. I do not need a tear-proof wrapper. I need like the opposite. One that will tear a little easier. That was Astro for the Cavaliers. Astro for the Miami Heat with Tyler Hero. A liftoff for the Milwaukee Bucks. You have a little Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Groove for the Hawks. Shockwave insert went by. That's Vortex for the Kings. Rookie Revolution, Brandon Clark. Fractal Magic. Groove, T-Wolves, Astro, Mavericks. Impact, 149. Brooklyn Nets, Nicholas Claxton. Okay, we are 12 down, 4 to go in our quest of 16 here. Yeah, I don't really quite know what I think of next year's basketball, potential incoming rookie class for next year. So far, I really haven't seen anybody that I just totally have fallen in love with. I mean, of course, Anthony Edwards is who Kentucky played tonight. We played Georgia. And Anthony Edwards, see, look at that. Siri just thought I said, hey, Siri, what's the temperature in Georgia? I don't know. Something's wrong with her. I'm going to have to turn her off. But anyway, so like Anthony Edwards, I didn't really look at him and think he looked like any kind of number 1 overall draft pick tonight, although he's been in that discussion, I guess. I'm going to have to rely on the tournament, I guess, this year, because I haven't seen anybody, including even on my Kentucky team. I mean, I like a lot of guys on my Kentucky team, but I haven't seen anybody that I would say, oh, yeah, they're going to go like top 5 in the draft. Cavaliers, Darius Garland to 100, Cosmic. Of course, they're still saying LaMelo Ball is going to be in there. Memphis Grizzlies, Astro. He's been playing down in Australia, got hurt. Fractal, Pelicans. And now he's just going to sit out the rest of it. Mavericks, Astro, just rehab and get ready for the draft, apparently. So they say, anyway. That is Groove for the Jazz. Groove for the Suns. I see an autograph approaching. Ooh, it's a good one. It's for the Wizards. It is Rui Hachimura. Yeah, nice little rookie there. Oh, and that's the hyper pattern, isn't it? What is this numbered to? Oh, it's a 1 of 1. No wonder it's the hyper pattern. Oh, that's even better than I thought. Holy cow. Okay, nice. Wizards. Rui Hachimura, 1 of 1. If our Wizards team owner happens to be here watching live on the break, raise your hand in chat and let me know, please, because if you are, I have a question for you. So if our little Wizards team owner is here. Yeah, I'm digging that. I didn't even notice, the 1 of 1 was so small at the top, I didn't even notice it on the back side until I saw the hyper pattern on the front, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's got to be low numbered. Ah, sweet. But now Robbie is just probably really mad, aren't you, Robbie? Because you had the Wizards the night we pulled Zion, and then the night we pulled the Wizards 1 of 1, you got the Pelicans. But don't give up. Don't give up, Robbie. I'm still trying to find Zion for you. All right, so I guess our Wizards team owner is not on the live broadcast. I probably would have put that in a 1 touch right off the bat, but I have learned that some people have some weirdness about cards with this type of surface going into 1 touch. I mean, in my opinion, it would never hurt them. I've put cards in there worth almost 100K, and they were chrome, actual chrome, and they went into 1 touch and graded out perfectly, surface grade 10, but everybody's got their own opinion. All right, here's our Galactic case hit. It is for the Pacers. How about that? Berazzi, and I'm sure I butchered that last name, but anyway, it is a rookie Galactic for the Pacers with, I'm going to call him Berazzi. I'm sure that that is wrong, but hey, you know I'm going to butcher the names. I always do. There is an Astro for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Astro for the Clippers. Groove Celtics. Groove for the Heat. We got to try to find, we need to find some Zion in here for Robbie, though. Cubic, numbered to 50, the Golden State Warriors, Alan Smologic. I say his name wrong, too, most of the time. That was Astro for Cleveland, a Supernova for the Lakers with a little AD on it, a Fractal Vortex unnumbered, and a Fractal Bulls unnumbered. But yeah, so I guess since our Wizards person isn't here and I don't know their thoughts on putting a card with this type of surface, it technically isn't chrome, but it's not a flat surface either, I will just top load it and not 1 touch it. Because that type of thing, I don't like to touch it multiple times. I like it if it's going to go in a 1 touch, it just goes in the 1 touch. Otherwise, as soon as we finish up, before I even get up, I sit and put everything in their little top loaders so that they're all nice and happy in there. But generally speaking, I figure the less something is taken in and out of sleeves and top loaders and whatnot, the better. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, wrapper. Don't do me like that. See, my hands have gotten out of wrapper opening shape. In 2 days off, my left hand is now refusing. It's like, no, I will not open those wrappers. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Fractal, Kings, Pacers, Astro, Rookie Revolution, Ja. Fractal, Nuggets. Die cut, Lakers, LeBron. So it seems these come in pairs, doesn't it? So do you think that that means we'll find another Greek Freak die cut before we get out of this 8 box? Maybe. That is Groove for the Pelicans. Cubic, Rockets. Clint Capella /50. Astro Wizards. We've got an autograph for the T-Wolves. Jarrett Culver comes out for Minnesota, eh? Astro for the Grizzlies. All right, that is 15 of 16. So here we find ourselves, last box mojo time, on box number 16 of 16. So here we need to collectively focus our mojo and see if we can't conjure up something amazing. Well, we've already conjured up something amazing a couple of boxes ago, but let's try and do it again for last box mojo. What do you say? Oh, I hate these wrappers so much right now. You all know I prefer the Topps wrappers because the Topps wrappers you can just grab a little notch. There's not really a notch, but there's a spot on them you can grab up at the top, and then just the wrapper just tears down. You don't have to kind of go this pull it apart at the seams route like I have to do with Panini. You would kind of think they'd have their wrappers made at the same place, wouldn't you? But I guess they don't. That is Fractal for the Bulls, Astro for the Celtics, Astro for the Clippers, Astro Rockets, Sunburst, Clippers /75. We have Montrezl Harrell on that one. A die cut for the Wizards. It is Rui Hachimura. So we did not get a pair of Greek Freaks. We got a totally different one to wrap that up. Lakers Fractal. Groove for the Blazers. Vortex. A Shockwave. And then some base for the Suns. All right, so that concludes the break, but here's what happens next. We're going to do a little recap here of our autographs, our numbered cards, our die cuts, and our galactic case hit. After we finish that, we will take a look at our shipping date again and all that information, as well as go over the list of what's breaking in the days ahead. For those of you who missed it, if you missed any of that earlier, it'll be coming up right after we recap. We will be breaking Revolution again by the master case on Thursday, so day after tomorrow. So our die cuts first. You've got a Hachimura for the Wizards, the Lakers, and LeBron. Greek Freak for the Bucks. There's LeBron again for the Lakers. Grizzlies with Brandon Clark. the Jazz with Donovan Mitchell, followed by, oh yeah, the Jazz and Donovan Mitchell, and a pair of Zions for Nola. All right, so that's all the die cuts. Case hit, Galactic, Rookie, Pacers, Berazzi. To 149, that's the Pelicans. To 75, the Clippers. To 50, the Houston Rockets. To 50 for the Warriors. Cavaliers to 100, 149, the Nets. The Pacers to 149, to 75, the Rockets. To 100, the Warriors. To 75, the Lakers. To 149, the Kings. To 100, the Wizards. Numbered to 50, the Hornets. To 149, the Celtics. To 50, the Cavaliers. To 75 for the Spurs. And to 75 for the Heat. All right, we are taking a look now at our autograph hits. So the Timberwolves have a Jarrett Culver. This sweet little hit right here, that is a 1/1 Rui Hachimura. Sadly, his autograph leaves a bit to be desired, but it's still a sweet little 1/1 for the Wizards. As a whole, it looks pretty good. You can see some very, very minor corner issues on the back, but I mean, they're super minor. And the front looks pretty good to me, so there you go. The Oklahoma City Thunder, Darius Bazley. The New Orleans Pelicans, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Atlanta Hawks with DeAndre Hunter. The Bulls with a little throwback ink there, Horace Grant. The Memphis Grizzlies hit Brandon Clark. And the Celtics with Carson Edwards. All right, the break and the recap are completed. Now, as promised, let's take a look at your shipping information one more time and what is coming up in the days ahead. So our autographed baseballs were the first break tonight. If you hit one of those, it will be out the door and on the way to you no later than Tuesday the 28th, 1 week from today. If you did not hit one of those, since it is a free shipping break, your consolation card or cards would typically be held to ship with your next package. But if you want it sent sooner, a plain white envelope and a stamp kind of thing, send me a message on eBay and let me know. I will take care of it for you. Revolution basketball that we just finished should be on the way to you no later than Friday. It will probably be sooner than that, but it will not be later than that. And all the cards ship, so every team will have cards coming from the break. No need for consolation cards in that one. Here's what it looks like in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to be breaking a case of Contenders football. Veteran base does not ship in that break. On Thursday night, we're going to open a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys and another master case of Revolution basketball. Friday night, loads of memorabilia and some cards mixed in too. Friday night's going to be, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Won't take us a huge long time, but there's a lot of stuff. So an autographed baseball bat, a pair of autographed mini football helmets, a box of 2016 black gold football, 3 TriStar Series 10 autographed baseballs, a pair of Leaf autographed multi-sport jerseys, and a 12-box case of Leaf Metal Draft baseball. That is its new release date, apparently. It was supposed to come out on the 31st. Just found out today that it's really coming out this Friday, the 24th. Leaf's usually late, but this time they're early. Saturday night and Sunday night are both off nights. On Monday night, we're going to open a 4-box half case of Bowman's Best Baseball. Those are just loose boxes from a shared case. They were extra that I got in one of my allocations, so we're going to bust into them. And we're going to open a 20-box case of Optic Collector's Box. Those are 1 autograph per box. They've got other stuff in there too, parallels that are unique to that particular product. I think memorabilia and maybe some other things as well. Even the autograph parallels may be unique to that specific product. But anyway, that'll be Monday night. Tuesday night, we're going to open a 2020 Leaf autographed baseball jersey, an 8-box inner case of Revolution basketball, and a TBD, to be determined, which will probably be Leaf Metal Draft Baseball again, probably. All right, that is it for me tonight. As always, I thank you for being here. I hope that I will see you again tomorrow night, but if I don't see you then, come back and see me sometime soon. I like having the company. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Bye now.